Hello, bonjour. Welcome back again to French for Beginners. This is lesson 14. French for Beginners, lesson 14 deals with prepositions, coordinating conjunctions, adverbs of time, and adverbs of manner. These elements are important when you are constructing a sentence. In French, it's always good to know the different elements with which you're dealing with, because actually that's how you make a sentence. If you know those elements and you put them together, they make a sentence. And some of these elements are very important in making sentences, not only in French but also in other languages. So we'll see these elements because they are part of the elements you are looking at while dealing with Mark introducing himself. We said you are going to look at those elements one by one. So when you master these elements, and I have shown you these elements one by one, up to now we have reached lesson 14. I hope you have mastered those elements, and I think with the elements that we have seen already, you can be able to make sentences or even introduce yourself or even introduce somebody. You can practice with the elements that we have seen. If you have not understood some of the elements, you can get back to me and I will explain to you exactly how those elements function. So in this lesson 14, we are going to look at the prepositions, the coordinating conjunctions, adverbs of time, and adverbs of manner. But before I even continue, I would urge you all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, to also push at the notification bell so that whenever there's a video that is uploaded, you are going to be notified and you can continue learning French with us in a very easy manner. So let us continue with the lessons. I'll proceed with the lessons. And like I said, we are going to look at these elements one by one. I start with the prepositions. Prepositions. A preposition is a word such as a with an accent on top. A with an accent on top. That accent, you see it with an accent, that's the grave accent, because you have the two accents, which is acute and grave. You have seen in lesson 1 we deal with the accent. So if you have not understood about the accents, you go to lesson 1 and you can see the accents, the ones that you'll find in French. So such as a with the grave accent, it can mean to or at. Or the next preposition is the de, which can mean from, or it can also mean of. And the preposition actually links two parts of a sentence. See below the most common prepositions in French. So below there, I have given the examples in red, and you'll see again there's that a with the accent on top, which can be to or at. Then you have the de, which can be either from or of, and you have avec, which means with. And lastly there, I'm giving an example. I'll use in a sentence. For example, I say je travaille à 7 heures. 7 heures. So if you have learned how to count, you know how to say 7. 7 is set. And then in French, you know, when you use 7 o'clock, because in French we mostly use the 24-hour clock system. So 7 heures is, you'll definitely know that it is in the morning whenever you see in French 7 heures. But you know, like in English, you have to put 7 a.m. because in English we mostly use the 12-hour system, but in French it's the 24-hour system. So you see, je travaille. Travail is to work. I work at 7 a.m. Je travaille. So repeat after me. Je travaille à 7 heures. 7 heures. You see 7, then the H there, it stands for hour. Then you put 00. Je travaille à 7 heures. Okay. Next, we are going to look at the coordinating conjunctions. A coordinating conjunction is is an invariable word that connects elements of the same function. You see, invariable word means a word that cannot change, Variable means change. Invariable, a word that cannot change. It connects elements of the same function. So in the grammar, it's a sentence of the same nature, in any case, for example, you say I work and play. You see, work and play, like Mark was saying. J'aime lire, j'aime lire et jouer. Tu sais, j'aime lire, j'aime jouer et lire. So j'aime jouer, I like to play, et lire, and to read. So a, for example, is a coordinating conjunction. So it can express union, opposition, alternative, consequence, conclusion, etc., etc. So some of the examples that are in red there, some of the examples, let's try to go a bit faster. Some of the examples is mais, M-A-I-S, which is but, O-U with no accent on top. Remember, I've told you that OU, there's also an OU with an accent on top, which actually separates the OU with nothing on top, or on top of U. So OU here is with nothing on top, so it means or. And then ET is end. You have seen this ET it's everywhere you will see it, end. Then you have donc. Donc is D-O-N-C, meaning therefore. Then also you have or. In French also you have or. You can use that one, or. But you see, you'll be using this when you get to really know French much later, when you'll be talking fluent French, and you will be at ease with French. You'll be finding words like this, or. Yeah, it also means or, just like in English. Then you have ni, ni moi ni toi. Neither you nor me. That's why I can say ni moi ni toi ni moi. Ni moi ni toi ni moi. So ni toi means toi. I already told you T-O-I is you, and M-O-I is moi, it's me. So when I say ni moi, it's neither me, ni toi, nor you. Then you have C-A-R, which is car. Car, you will think it's a car here, but it's not a car. It means because in French. So these are some of the elements that you will definitely use them all the time in French. You'll have them everywhere in French, and these are very, very important elements that are used in sentences that are absolutely necessary for you to know, so that you can make sentences. And they are very small stuff, but you see, in life, actually, it's even the small things in life that actually make the whole life work. So just like in life, also in our language, these small issues, these small things, like these prepositions, these adverbs. So now let's come up, let us get to adverbs of time. Adverb of time is like in English with things like now, yesterday, tomorrow, always. So you will see the adverbs of time in French refer to words that describe when an action occurs. So you see when is actually is related to time. So you can see below, actually, in red, again, you see, like I've just said, now in French is maintenant. There are people who pronounce it maintenant, but there are others who say maintenant. So maintenant is people who speak very fast. So you can either say maintenant, repeat after me, maintenant, or you can say maintenant. That is also, even in France, we have different accents. So you can either say maintenant or maintenant, meaning now. Hier, repeat after me, hier is yesterday. Demain, repeat after me, demain means tomorrow. Demain. Toujours, always, always. And now let's end with adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner, the majority of French adverbs of manner end in MENT, which is usually equivalent to the English ending LY. These adverbs are formed from French adjectives. I hope you know what are adjectives. Adjectives is what modifies a noun. For example, a tall man. Tall is an adjective. Tall is an adjective. A fat boy. Fat is an adjective. So in French also, well, you can say about, for example, you'll see that the adjectives you'll get the adverbs of manner from the adjectives. For example, he walks. For example, he walks here. He walks slowly. You see, it comes from the adverb slow. Slow. I mean, it comes from the adjective slow. So he's slow is an adjective, but he walks slowly is an adverb of manner. This is the way the way an action is executed. And I think you know what's an adverb by now. An adverb is what modifies a verb. That's why it's even called adverb. It's adding something to the verb. So an adverb is something that modifies the verb. So you have adverbs of time, that is actually when. You see, it will modify the verb. That is because what is a verb? A verb is a doing word. I ate yesterday. J'ai mangé hier. J'ai mangé hier. Actually, I've put that verb into the past tense. Don't worry for the moment. For beginners, you are not going to deal with past tense, but you can even say je mange maintenant. I am eating now. Je mange maintenant. That one you can deal with. Je is the first person singular. The first person singular. Remember personal pronouns. Je, past person singular. The verb, I take the verb manger, M-A-N-G. It is a G-E-R. When I conjugate it, I remove the R. I just say je, and then you say je mange. Et puis you can see there is maintenant, meaning now. So like you've repeated already, that is now is, as I said, as the adverb of time. Now, like I said, the adverb of manners, you remember what I said? If the adjective ends in a vowel, if the adjective ends in a vowel with adverbs of manner, add M-M-E-N-T to form the adverb. So we are going to take something like the examples there. In red, always I put the examples in red. Example, doucement. Doucement. So you see in English it will be softly. Softly. Sérieusement. Sérieusement. Seriously. So repeat after me. Doucement. You can just say, you can either say doucement or doucement. There are people who say doucement. So doucement or doucement. So repeat doucement. Remember, those are adverbs of manner. You have looked at adverbs of time. So you have to make the difference. Adverbs of manner. So doucement, softly. Sérieusement. Sérieusement, seriously. Furieusement, furiously. Furieusement. And then I give an example of a sentence there. Je parle. Parle is the verb. Parler is a verb to speak. So when you conjugate a regular verb, it's a regular verb. It ends with er. You will say je parle. I speak softly. Je parle doucement. Just say. Repeat after me. Je parle doucement. So you have seen those conjunctions, and you have seen the prepositions, and you have seen also the adverbs. You have seen these things as I've said, and I will repeat this one. These things are small things that you will find in language, but they are absolutely essential in constructing sentences, and you will see them everywhere. So that's why actually I put them in this series. In this series is whereby we get to know how to use elements at the beginning, because as we will advance, if you will get to an advanced stage, because the next stage is you're going to go to it's called the intermediate state. So in the intermediate state, we will learn how to really conjugate verbs, put them in groups, and then actually construct sentences. You'll be able to construct sentences, and you must learn how to listen to French, and then be able to listen, understand, and then orally also express yourself, to give an opinion. So that will be the next stage whereby you will learn even how to express yourself in the past, and also in other tenses. For the moment, we are in the present tense. So in the present tense, we are learning to know the elements. Know the elements. Know the elements. That's a really pretty important. Know each element, because I have explained, for now I've been explaining element by element. That is, for example, personal pronouns. I've talked of possessives. I have talked of definite and indefinite articles. I will also delve in demonstrative adjectives. Those are the so how to say those, that is. We have not done that, but we have done articles. We have also learned how to conjugate the most important verbs. So I have shown you this. Practice those things, and I assure you, you are going to easily learn French, because if you master how these things function, you'll be able to put them in the past, you'll be able to put them in any tense that you want, and then the rest just to add vocabulary into your learning. So as we continue with the lessons, I will come to the end of this one today, and and before I go, I urge you to join my channel, learn so that you can you subscribe in order for you to learn. For example, here we still learn. We are learning at a voluntary basis, and also completely free of charge, and you are learning things the way they should be done, that is element by element. So join my YouTube channel, subscribe, push the notification bell, so that whenever a video is uploaded, you are going to be notified, and tell a friend to tell a friend to come join us, join our community as we grow, so that we can enjoy learning foreign languages together. Thank you.